is me, Tarot Tam, and we're doing yet another reading from my current location. Let's make sure. There we go. And hopefully, the cards speak to me like they were yesterday. Um, Pretty great day today. I'm still in my undisclosed location, trying to cover any recognizable information in the room, in the space. Anyway, I will only be here for another, I don't know, few hours. Mm, I have about what time is it? To go here. Um, mm, I feel signs of shifts, and that was yesterday's reading. Is that things will, sorry, excuse me, things will unlock. You will get unstuck very quickly. And I definitely felt that energy today in like a shared space with a lot of other people who I think also felt that energy. There was like a stuckness and then like a breakthrough, like breaking through to the other side. So let's see what message Spirit has today. It came through pretty clearly yesterday, even with my just one deck and a very simple reading. And again, like what came out of the cards yesterday, like I said, happened in a space with like a lot of people. So I feel like, you know, I'm in a really receptive mode for channeling a message and reading the cards for a collective. And so let's see, this first card out from Spirit for this collective today is the Five of Swords. So, yeah, checking your intentions. And are you just doing the same things because that's what's familiar? You just want to win, you just want to fight, you just are you stuck in a loop and you haven't really had a conversation with yourself about why you do the things that you do, and what thought patterns, stories, and beliefs are guiding your behaviors. Um, is this a moment? This is an opportunity. I think the fives are an opportunity for you to shift perspective, change outlook. And so, is this a moment that is inviting you to think about your mental models and your stories that are guiding your choices and your behaviors and your actions? Um, I would venture to say yes. This is the first card popping out, and so it's like, how did you get here? What beliefs about yourself and others and your role in the world and your space lead you to do the things that you do? Um, I'm really getting like win at all costs, whack people over the head until they bend to your will or they see things how you see things or they let you get your way. Is that really serving you? You don't do, or there is greater growth in you exhibiting humility, curiosity, and being in a learning stance. Not to say be meek and mild and like abandon your own intuitive inner wisdom, your inner knowing. Um, and it doesn't mean abandoning the call from your higher self. Um, but this moment is asking you, like, what false stories are leading you to do the things that you're doing for instant gratification or validation or surface level, surface level, like notoriety, um, because that's not the call from your higher self. It is like false self. an ego based on stories and lies, false stories. Okay. Wow. I really went in on that one. But Five of Swords, is there a call to shift perspective and beliefs? Interrogate your belief system. And then we have the Ace of Wands. From that, you'll be inspired in a different way. There will be a different, something new and different that calls you to make a choice or take an action or do something. It won't just be habitual. It won't be based on, false stories and being socialized and being told things about yourself and told things about the world. It will be heart led and the answering the call from your highest. So it starts in the head, and then this Ace of Wands, this divine inspiration from spirit that's like being funneled through your higher being. Um, just in time for the year of the fire, and you'll feel a pull to do that thing. And then the Two of Wands. So you go from one wand to two, and you'll be able to use a different part of yourself to strategize or to figure out what the next step is. So I think spirit is like, you will you will get the step by step, and it's going to be different. It's going to require new connections in your brain, and it's going to require new muscle movements. But it's not the carrying all these swords that have been handed to you and that you've taken in from the world around you. It's going to be divine inspiration, and really going to be activated by like inner knowing and a connection to spirit. Crossing all of this at the bottom of the deck is the Empress card. Yeah, the Empress is very solar plexus, a creative conduit, like bringing things through yourself, being a portal, being a creator. And it is very fiery, the energy of the Empress. It's also earthy, but there's this sense of creative spark, creative spark, and inspiration. Okay, let's, tell me more, spirit. Tell me more. Tell me more, spirit. What else does this collective need to know? The Hangman. Perspective shift. Again, it goes back to this Five of Swords. It's like this is an invitation to shift your perspective. You're gonna have to flip your beliefs upside down, which this is telling me like you are perfectly positioned to do that comfortably right now. For whatever reason, it might be for different reasons, different people. Like maybe you just had a tower moment and you're like, wow, everything's upside down anyway. So like I can flip, 7 ways to Sunday, and it I won't feel deeply uncomfortable because I already have had my world rocked. It could also be like maybe you are on a spiritual journey, spiritual like sojourn. Okay. Um, and I'm thinking like sojourner truth. You're on this spiritual. walk right now in pursuit of like the ultimate truth. And so you're just open, you're wide open. And so shifting perspective feels easy. It could be that you've come into community with people that have the language and the wisdom that resonates with you, that makes you feel safe to look at the world differently through different lenses and from different angles. It could be any number of reasons, but I do just feel like this collective is perfectly poised. The best word I can come up with. This collective's perfectly poised to activate like the hangman energy, like to be in this curious, like flip upside down, flip things on their head, look at them differently, change perspective, and also letting go like, rigid thoughts and beliefs. Like you just are in the space to do this right now. So spirit is very clear with these cards and just like how I'm channeling the message of these cards is spirit's very, very clear. Like this is a perception check moment and a perspective check moment. And this is a moment to undo harmful thought and belief system. And temperance here, I think at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, very much about one foot in the water, one foot on pouring from a never ending cup into a bottomless cup. Right. And like there's like this perfect balance, not just a what is the word that I'm looking for? Mercury, stop. Not just a like balance, a balance, like an inner balance that's almost like this potential energy, but like balance in practice, like doing things in a balanced way, checking in with yourself physically, mentally, emotionally throughout the day to make sure that you're balanced and even, showing up in the world being balanced, but also like offering balance, being in a balanced state and doing things in a balanced way. So it's like, yeah, it's balance in action. What you give, what you take, you give, what you give, you take, what you give, you receive openly and willingly and without a break in the transfer. So you see like this pouring in from one cup into another. It's like it's unbroken, defies the laws of physics even. It's like it is always one cup is always pouring and one cup is always receiving. Yeah. So embodying it so fully that it emanates from you. Okay, where am I going with temperance is at the bottom after the hangman came out. Perspective shift. So it's not shifting perspective and then leaning all the way in the direction of this new perspective. A balanced assessment of like, what about these beliefs, these thoughts, these beliefs, these stories is, and how do I get it, first of all, to the ultimate truth, which is love. Love for myself, that I am worthy of love, others are worthy of love. I can give and receive love, and I can create and manifest with that intention. Um So getting back get back to the ultimate truth, but it's not going so far in the other direction. Right? So perspective shift in pursuit of truth and balance. Yeah. I have one more card, Spirit, for this collective. One more card. Last final message. Please be very, very clear, Spirit. What is one last message for this collective? The Six of Cups. So much of this is like healing, healing inner child wounds. This card can mean different things. And, sometimes I read it as, nostalgia or something from your past. And there's like something that you always wanted to do from childhood that you abandoned. Like now's the time to pick it up. But it's not what I'm getting here. Well, a little bit of that. This is mainly because for some people the healing is in restoring a commitment to something that you loved as a child. But what I'm really reading right now, and with the cards that have come, is that this perspective shift and seeking, balance, and addressing old mental models and stories that have led to behaviors and patterns and actions that allowed you to survive and even thrive, but that aren't real and true, and maybe also rooted in wounds and past harm. To get to the root of this and to undo some of this is going to be through a path of inner child healing and inner child work, or maybe the results work that you've already done. So it's either you've already done this, or you've already embarked on this path, and now it's allowing you to be in this space that's primed you and made you ready to really flip like fundamental thoughts and beliefs on their head and change the way that your brain works completely. It's like undoing deep seated stories and beliefs is hard. But yeah, I'm getting from these cards that you are in the position to do it, which means like you've done a lot of healing, or you are doing healing, or you are embarking on this journey. And as you do this, these belief systems you'll be able to understand them better and dismantle them. Crossing at the bottom of the deck, Knight of Wands. Here he is, fire horse energy. This is a year of doing, getting done. Do. This is a do year. And that's what's going to come. You're going to get this Ace of Wands, and the Two of Wands will be activated, where you're being thoughtful about the next step. You'll have a different idea of the world. You see, he's holding this globe. You'll be able to see the world very differently, very, very differently. Um, yeah, now's the time to do exactly this kind of work, as the year of the fire horse is upon us, because your intentions are good. That this came out yesterday. Your intentions will be amplified. Just the energy and the energetic shifts, the planetary shifts, the cosmic energy is going to supercharge your actions. So if you're just in habit mode because like inner wounds and belief systems and stories that have led to you, for example, like, no matter how hard I work, I'm only going to get so far. So I'm only going to work, I'm not going to give it my all. Well, if that's what underpins your behaviors, um, it's good. That's going to be a supercharged. That those intentions and that story is going to get supercharged. You're going to get more of that. Actually, even I know that a lot of us that read tarot and a lot of the spiritual people, and people call me woo woo, like us people, right? We're often saying things like be careful, words are spells, and like words have power. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you da, 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 right? We often say that because it's true. And um these next, what did I say yesterday, 30, 45 days, like even really the next 90 days, but I'm going to say intensely the next 30, 45 days, everything that you do, the intention at the center of it is going to be supercharged. So, yes, it is true. It's always been true that the thoughts and beliefs and the intentions at the root of what you do, like the universe responds to that. It's going to give you more. It's going to give you more of that. It's going to be even more intense right now. And then on top of that, if you're not dealing with deep seated like wounds and issues that feed into these kinds of stories that have created like a habitual set of behaviors, then that also will be amplified because Mercury retrograde, like these things from your past are going to come back to the surface, which is why this, healing thing from childhood, right? Pouring into your inner child, pouring into the parts of yourself that existed there even before you were born. That's pivotal right now for all of us. Definitely the collective that's watching this reading. Fire horse energy, tap into it, really embrace this lunar new year transition. Knight of Swords behind that. Some real truth, moving truth. The truth, right? Not just Five of Swords crap that's like been handed to you by people who told you how the world works with the best of intentions, maybe. Um, but the truth, going to come in like a ton of bricks. So get ready for it. And then we have the moon card behind that. King of Wands, baby. But the moon card, intuition. You already know the truth. That's the thing. We know it's encoded in us, and then this real world gets its claws in us. Perspective shift. Come on, say it with me. The year of the fire horse. It is a do something year. And if I'm gonna do something, I better know why the I'm doing it. Get really clear about your intentions. This is the second day I'm saying that. Okay, thank you for watching. What a day it's been. I hope that you're doing well. For those of you who are experiencing these extreme winter weather moments, may we all thaw or on a plane and go somewhere warm. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment.